All right, sir, can you say your name, please?
The name is Leecaso, a.k.a. Lee McCormick.
Okay, how'd you get that name?
Well, Leecaso comes from me having to reject the name from Picasso. Picasso stole African sculpture from my people, so I decided that, it's only right to take my people's claim to that name, and that's why it's Leecaso. My first name is Lee. The brand name is Leecaso, so that's where it comes from, brother.
Okay. All right, so what are we doing out here today?
Today I came out here to just speak to some of my friends out here. Shout out to Shona McDaniels from the Sojourner Truth African Heritage Museum. That's when I saw her post on Facebook, so I said, I'm in town, let me stop through and holler at her and, see if I can donate something or give something back, That's why I'm here.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. And is it your first time here at the Black Cowboy Festival?
I've been to Black Cowboy festivals in different areas. I'm from the Bay Area originally, Richmond, California. Shout out to the rich. But I used to go to the ones out there in Castro Valley to build pickets. And so I actually was doing a design. I'm an artist. TheMarketingArtist.com is my website and platform. But Leecaso is my artist brand. So if you want to really find me right now, is go to Leecasso. Just Google that. You'll find, what you're looking at.
Okay. And so we talked a little bit about reparations. And you mentioned
reparations. What caught my eye when I first seen this is, like I said to my man right here, is that we are the heart of trying to get some answers as far as reparations, being here at the California Capitol. And so we're not taking any no's at all. We're not taking no L's, no no's. We're not taking I'm sorry. We're not taking any of that. We want acknowledgement and recognition for our people's struggle, our strife, our loss of life, our abuse. You know what I'm saying? So we can't let that slide because we're the original now. We can't dwell on everything in the past, but we can make some motion from where we are sitting and standing today. But we must come together, like I was saying to you, brother, because I'm not a preacher. I'm not nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal person that just wants to have a voice. And I know everybody else would agree they want their voice counted. So we're tired of being ignored, man. So skip the ignoring, man. If we come together, we are more powerful than waiting on anything, man. We don't have to, if they don't want to address us, then we don't have to address them. If we come together. Now, we stay separate, you know what I'm saying? Then that's why we've had such a hard challenge to, get some things accomplished. But we need financial structure. The only way we could do that is get our reparations back because they profited, even though people today that may be from a Eurocentric background, man, they keep saying, oh, man, it's not my fault. I didn't grow up in that era, blah, 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 man. But see, your parents and grandparents and great-grandparents robbed the bank and y'all get to enjoy spending the money. So don't give me the excuses.
All right, so did you grow up in Richmond?
Yeah, Richmond, California. That's my home. Born in San Francisco, but raised pretty much all my life in Richmond, California. Shout out to the rich. Love my city. Hate to see, it's very disheartening when I drive back to the blocks where I come from because it's suddenly there's not enough of us to, really unite. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are young, they're misguided, uneducated, you know what I'm saying, and miseducated, and they just only going by, like when I was young, I had to go by what the old dudes was doing because my pops wasn't around. So, but sometimes they told me to make a left when I should have made a right. Why'd they tell me that? Did they want me to go end up negatively? No, because that's all they knew. So part of it is, like I said, our own lack of knowledge. Once we learn who we are and why we are here, everybody's here for a purpose. You ain't here for an eye blink. Some people don't make it past one day. I'm 66 years old. You know what I'm saying? Proud to know that I've passed a lot of people in my life that have done well, a lot of people in my life that haven't done well, but I all learned a lesson that it's not about what you have except for what's inside of you and what you're desired to do for others. We got to get out the selfishness, man. Everybody want to outshine everybody for our pride's sake or whatever, bragging rights or whatever. But I think with spending $1 trillion, what our people do, probably twice that amount, we can do better as far as collectively just putting our pennies in the hat, man, for a common purpose. So once we figure out the purpose, if everybody want a Bentley, then we'll put it in for the Bentley. But if everybody want to build some land, build some farms, build some agricultural, substance that'll sustain us, then I'm more for that. That's what I'm for,
Okay. And so growing up in Richmond, we actually had reparations community listening session in Richmond about 2-3 years ago, and one of the topics that came up was like redlining and gentrification and housing and so forth. Since you've been in California, and you know the housing prices have gone up and so forth, and black people have been like moved out of their areas and homes. Can you kind of explain about, you know, growing up in here in California and how gentrification, if anything, has impacted yourself and the black community?
Yeah, well, I've seen the evolving of my city and the surrounding cities, Oakland, you know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. And like I said, we've been making subtle progress, even in some of the political offices. We've held offices, you know, we've had church organizations there. We've had a lot of like foundational starts, but where's the finish line at? You know what I'm saying? We need to define where are we going to come together? It's cool for everybody to do their own thing, elevate, but once that elevation happens, are we looking to the side of us to see what floor this other brother or sister is on, or are we just concentrating on our own individual elevation? You know what I'm saying? So I think once we can recognize that, just like me and you can network on some level, you bring something to the game that I ain't got, but I need if I just took the time to, you know, find out. But, you know, we're too busy trying to be, you know, too busy. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just calm down. When we had to stay together, we was more together. You know what I'm saying? And then when, you know, we were able to go out and, you know, chase all of the brand names. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting none of them out there because, you know, everybody likes to feel good, some luxury here and there and that thing and the other. But there's moderation that counts because you don't need but one of these. But why get two when you could have used that other second one to do more for your people? That's where we're going to elevate. When we start learning, these youngsters ain't going to stay youngsters long. I was a youngster at one time, but when I started getting older, things change. They change in your mind. It depends on your circumstances and situations, what you went through, how it affects your behavior. You know what I'm saying? So if we get these youngsters to understand that we're emphatically trying to give you some lessons. We're not just going to try to give you some game here and there or tell you how to do some kind of like little slick stuff or nothing like that. We're going to try to get you to find out where in your mind is your prize. Everybody comes with a gift. But if you ain't got time to look and if you listen to everybody else telling you which way to go, man, you done started off with no roadmap. You know what I'm saying? We need to have a simple principle of, like they say, man, you go in the direction you face and you face the direction you design. So we need to design our own roadmap and don't listen to these people, man, telling us what we're not, why we can't, you know, all of these other things. And then we get mad at that and sit there and waste all of our time and energy on that. Instead of just saying, oh, okay, bet, that's how I go. Okay, no problem, because we already got our other people getting some activity stuff going, you know. Not just simple activities, but real activities for our kids' future, their kids' future, and the future of our people, our culture.
All right, brother. So explain a little bit what you do and then how people can reach out to you.
You can reach out to me, like I told you earlier, if you Google Leecaso, Leecasso. You can reach me at themarketingartist.com. That's my platform. Right now, I'm a software reseller. I'm a software developer. I'm a low-key technologist. I build apps, websites. You know, I can help your business with this branding. So, you know, I'm not some little slow brother from Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many brothers that I know that's slow from Richmond. But it's just that, you know, like I said, we've been encapsulated and put in a box. But like, you know, Ken Carter, who's a friend of mine, we knew each other way back before we had kids. Samuel L. Jackson started, you know, as Ken Carter in the movie Coach Carter. You know what I'm saying? Master P started in Richmond. You know, some people don't know that, but that's what's true. But I met Master P when he still had his record shop on San Pablo. So, you know, there's a lot of commonalities in Richmond. Willie McGee, star baseball player, one of my friends, lived right up the street from his big brother Roger. So I know a lot. I'm connected to the Bay Area in more ways than one, but I'm a visual artist, so I try to convey what's given to me from the Most High on canvas or however I can as far as a visual artistry goes, you know. So I mentioned the Sojourner Truth African Heritage Museum. I think probably one of the largest installations in that museum is the slave ship called Jesus. Do you know they had a slave ship called Jesus? Imagine that. Let that sit in. So that's a place where I've had like a home away from home, Shona McDaniels. embraced me right off the top when we met. I was doing the late Congressman John Lewis mural, Urban Sunshine, and I did that right across from the Doco here in downtown Midtown. And so that's when we crossed paths. Shona McDaniels, who's the curator and founder of the Sojourner Truth African Heritage Museum. Please, y'all, show her some love, man. She's been showing this city love forever and a day. She's been doing her thing for over 30 years, feeding kids, giving people, jobs, things to do. And so she's a blessing in this city. She needs to be elevated and uplifted and recognized, man. So I'm going to see her today. That's why I purposely came here, because I got a real busy schedule. Like I said, right now I'm getting ready to, I'm a part of a program, we're getting ready to launch a software that's going to be, revolutionary. It's going to pretty much disrupt a lot of the things that, the way people have been doing business online. So that's been a 4-year journey for me, but it's about to be manifested very soon. So stay in touch with me. Reach out to me if you need anything from motion graphics, animation, imagery, AI-generated images, visual art, portraits, paintings. You know what I'm saying? I come with a lot. So I'm saying I don't stop, man. Like you say, man, I don't like to talk too much or too fast, but I know we got a short session right now. But yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
All right, thanks for your time, man.